the Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What you're here are about to witness the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it.
Allow me to reintroduce this queen. Representing from west to east. Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate the crack.
Ain't nobody
Hey, this phenomenal.
Like the queen.
Right here.
who the world is this with so much drama.
From yo block to yo block, heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this with so much business.
Again and again. Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Game Shoes of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Hello, everybody. How are you today? Oh, me. You know, still standing. We don't have any company today, which is the good news, because we get a chance to do a lot of talking with each other on the telephones, gossiping about the celebrities and whatnot. During Advice Hour, which is an hour from now, of course, you know, I take there's little snafus and things going on in your life, something you might need a go-to opinion on. That's me. Plus, I've got some information on 10 paid summer internships. And they're not here because we ain't paying nobody. But there's a company out there that's got 10 paid summer internships, and I've got the information. If you would like it, make sure that you're here during Advice Hour, okay? Plus the Hour of Truth coming up after that. And we'll gossip today about, everybody, including Puffy, Charlie Sheen, and Denise. And did you know that Vivica Fox and Tyra Banks can't stand each other? Okay, well, I'll fill in all the blanks. Keep it here, because it is what it is. It's the Wendy Williams Experience.
This is a Wendy Williams exclusive.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
Hello, everybody. I'm just Purelling my hands, getting ready for the operation. Doing this show is like an operation. I think that my hands are immune to Purell. Or do you think, a doctor told me a long time ago that if you use these hand sanitizers long enough, you're not killing anything. And then I stopped using them. Between that and that they have alcohol in them, they sap all the moisture out of your hands. So as soon as you Purell, you gotta go, you have to Loctane. I Purell and then I Loctane. And I still don't believe that I'm cleaning anything. Just more crap on my hands. Hello?
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
This is Naja from Harlem. I really cannot believe I'm talking to you right now.
Hey, Naja.
I wanted to ask you, when are you having another Dons and Divas party, if you still, if they still
Yeah. No doubt during the summer.
Oh, during the summer, because it's my friend's husband, his cousin, is the editor-in-chief of that magazine.
Oh, well, that's not, the magazine and the parties have nothing to do with each other.
Oh, see, that's what I wanted to know, if they were connected.
Yeah, no, but shout out to everybody at Don Diva magazine. Nope, two fabulous organizations, two separate entities. I love the magazine, though, but the parties
I love the magazine.
Yeah, the parties are, that's just a brand of party.
Oh, and I wanted to ask you one other thing. have you? I know yesterday you mentioned to watch The Starlet, but I didn't watch. I never watched it because I think it's stupid. How do you like it?
Well, I liked it the first night that I saw it, only because I enjoyed seeing Vivica.
Yeah, really.
And,
That's the only reason I
Faye
would
Dunaway.
watch it.
However, last night, I've got to be honest with you, I turned to PAX TV because Rolanda Watts show was on at the same time as The Starlet, and I wanted to check that out. And I found myself interested in Rolanda's show. It's called the Lie Detector, and it was quite interesting.
You know who show is interesting? Farrah Fawcett.
I haven't seen it yet.
Her
Chasing
show
Farrah.
is good, and it got good ratings in the Daily News. Also, that's why I watched it. It was very interesting. I have to say.
Do you know whose show that is not doing so well? Surprisingly, Fat Actress. Now, although I haven't seen it yet, I thought people would really
Wendy,
love this
you
show.
have to see that show. It's hilarious.
Well, it
That's
comes on
what I wanted to ask you
Showtime.
too. Have you seen it?
Everybody, it comes on Showtime, and it debuted earlier this month on March 7th.
Yeah.
But they had near 1 million viewers for the first episode. Then the next week's episode, it slimmed down to 295,000 viewers.
Yeah.
And then the repeat drew 405,000. So
Yeah, because at first I couldn't keep up with it, and I caught the repeat of the first episode last Friday.
And that's when you loved it.
Yes, and I seen the repeat of the first episode later on Monday evening.
Okay,
Of
well,
the second episode, I mean.
well, thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you, Wendy.
I love the TV Nistas. Hello.
Hello, Wendy. It's Mr. X.
Hi, Mr. X. Go ahead with your line of questioning, please.
About Pat O'Brien, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I hope you're going to delve into more about the Daily News about the new thing about Sean Robinson and him wanting to masturbate in front of male co-workers.
You know what? I read the emails that Sean Robinson had received from Pat O'Brien back when Sean left Access Hollywood.
No, she's still there.
And excuse me, when he left, I'm sorry, to do The Insider. And so it was all ugliness. Yeah, we'll be reviewing it. Next question,
And
please.
you got to definitely incorporate that audio if you can legally into the show.
Oh yeah, well, please, it's ours. It's legal.
And isn't Will Smith sensitive? He can put that where back there.
Hello. Well, he might enjoy it too much.
It's sad to hear, even though I'm happy that I know in a sick kind of way about Father MC's health condition.
Well, let's not talk and let's move on. Next question.
Oh, Wendy, I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't like the Mariah interview. I understand you're not trying to burn bridges because, you want her for VH1, which also would help her.
That had nothing to do with my line of questioning. What didn't you like
No,
about
because
it?
I know you sucked everything out of her with the first interview, so there was really nothing more we could go. But
Exactly, which is why, like, how many times can I revisit? Does she have breast implants? We know already.
But Wendy, I was insulted about the Essence cover. Not that you had anything to do with that. I don't consider Mariah Carey a black woman. She's never honestly said she's black because, she's half, so she can kind of choose. She's always said she's a person. You know what I mean?
I consider her a black woman, and I wasn't insulted by the cover of Essence. I thought it looked very, very nice. But what did that have to do with the interview? What didn't you like about it? Nothing that was my fault. It's just that I sucked everything out of her the first time.
There was no drama.
I felt the way you felt, Mr. X. We do agree on that.
But I definitely agree with you on one thing, where Mariah Carey's the ultimate tease.
Yeah. Oh yes.
But in regards to Jay-Z, you said that Jay-Z's probably hit off every woman he's worked with. You think he hit that?
You know what? That's a hard one, Mr. X, and I'll tell you why. Because he hits off the bottom feeders. If he's working with a bottom feeder singer, no disrespect to Maya, because she's a great talent, but she's still scraping at the bottom. So he hits off the bottom feeders.
Right, and Wendy, I never give you props about having Barack Obama. That was great because this is the Toe of the Toe show, and to have him on the show was really big.
And he was really fun and interesting and insightful to talk to.
And about Vivica's show, I know you're in love with her recently, but she's in no way to judge one because she's always been a C-list actress.
Well, this is very true, but those are the kinds of people that they have to get involved with these reality shows because, she's
a black woman working, so it's a good thing for that.
Exactly.
And I'm really disappointed in Monica's choice in men.
Well, I tend to believe that might have been C. Murder's baby during conjugal visits.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. X.
Thank you, Wendy. Peace.
All right, one time for Mr. X. He's always good. He comes with his line of questioning, and he never cracks a smile. His delivery is never, with any type of emotion, just straightforward. Love you, X. Don't know you, never met him, love him. Yeah, so you guys, on my way home last night, I'm driving and I'm thinking, damn. I loved talking to C. Murder. If you missed that interview, Hollywood, we'll get that down for a best of show, right? And by the way, Hollywood, we do have Mariah Carey best ofs. I get so confused. I know we save every damn thing. Everything. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll have to play the Mariah Carey Best of interview sometime soon. I co-signed with Mr. X.
You mean the one when she was just last year?
Yeah.
The most recent interview?
No.
The one
We can play both of them. We can have a Mariah Day. We can play them back to back. But I agree with Mr. X. Truth be told, everybody. There's but so many times you can ask a person the same question. Every interview cannot be the same. So, this time around, when Mariah was just here like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, that was a different kind of interview. I mean, we last time I interviewed Mariah, which was prior to going into syndication. So the affiliates, you've heard that interview, but you've heard it in the best ofs. But that was the last time around. It was just I can't say it was more fun because I have fun with her no matter what. But yeah, I know what you mean, Mr. X. It wasn't flat. It was still an experience interview, but it just didn't have the same, because I got that out of her already. I got her to be upset, and she got me upset, and then we went sassy back and forth, and we talked about, and she bought me bras, and, backpedaled on the boobs, and we drank liquor, and, Marianne was here, her friend who was here this time around and whatnot, so, Hollywood, just keep that in mind. It's probably good to play a best of the first Mimi and then follow it up. It can be like a Mimi day. I don't plan on being absent anytime soon, but, just keep that in mind. Stash. Yeah, have it on stash. Trev Hollywood handles, the production for the show. Happens to be in the studio today, so it's good because I don't have to send a memo, through an intern. Take this into Trev Hollywood. And about C Murder. So on my way home, I'm driving, bobbing and weaving in the traffic. And I'm like, damn, I forgot to ask him if it was conjugal visits. Since he knows so damn much. And he knows that's not Young Buck's baby. Well, whose baby is it? His. And that's the answer in my mind. Give me the bell. Ding. That's the answer in my mind. That's C Murder's baby. And who's a cow? Certainly not Monica.
My finger slipped. I'm sorry. That was an accident. I'm sorry.
Care for some Purell and a napkin?
You got some?
First, you need lotion. Ew, look at you. You don't need any more. So who went to City Hall today? Did any of the interns get down to City Hall? It was over. Oh, yeah, it's okay. We did a valiant effort. There was a tribute at City Hall to Jam Master Jay. I wanted to talk more about Jam Master Jay today. Shout out to everybody at American Idol. What is you all's temperature today? Are you upset? Or you didn't care because those weren't your people who got the wrong. There's some fiasco with some damn telephone numbers on that damn show last night. I don't know. And we'll continue about Pat O'Brien. I'm going to read you his quote about overcoming alcohol. By the way, going into alcohol rehab is the perfect excuse because he knew that all this was going to fall out of the closet, and he had to think of something to do that would keep him out of work for more than just 3 days in Cancun. And rehab, that's 30 days, and then, I'm not better. So then it becomes 60 days. You see what I'm saying? He's got to be away from that show so that everything goes away. And it'll go away. We forget fast these days. Oh, gosh, and Vivica and Tyra. If they had a fight, who would win? I'm whispering because I feel very childish saying that, but I embrace my 12-year-old. If Vivica and Tyra Banks had a fight, who would win? I think Vivica would, yeah. I think a lot of this that Tyra do is a lot of posing. I think Vivica's the genuine article. The home girl. Keep it here, everybody. Lots more show to go. Thank you.
It's Wendy, man.
You're so hot. And I want to be you. I don't want you I don't want my girlfriend to be you.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Darius McCrae is calling up. Now, you know him. He thinks he's calling just to promote his new NBC drama Committed. Now, you remember Darius. He was on Family Matters. He played Eddie Winslow. So I'm sure you can think of at least one other thing to ask him about other than, so how is Everett committed now? Namely, that porn star co-star of his. And how about that little beatdown that we heard that he got served by way of Cockroach because Cockroach couldn't borrow money because Eddie wouldn't let him to take care of Bobby Brown's kids. Oh, shut up.
Got it. This is it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
This is Barack Obama.
This is John Stark.
This is Sakara from America's Next Top Model Season 3, and you're listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
What are you doing? It's the Wendy Williams experience. Hey, it is what it is. So, Martha Stewart movie could be coming to CBS once again, starring Sybil Shepherd. I thought Sybil made a great Martha Stewart in the movie, and I'm glad that Martha Stewart was not so insulted by it that she would cut off her nose to spite her face, because we need to see. This time around, though, the movie's going to include the prison scenes. So I am all for it. I hope that CBS gets this together. Thank you, Martha, for not being mad at Sybil. Sybil, thank you for doing such a good job on the first Martha Stewart movie that came out in 2003. And also, they extended Larry King's talk show contract on CNN to 2009, and he's going to be making $7 million a year. I know what you're thinking. But we're living these days until 100, so, you know. In the meantime, Kwame couldn't buy viewers of his show on CNN. First of all, I didn't even realize that Kwame's show had actually started, and then nobody cared. And then I heard that the word behind the scenes at oh my gosh, I can't believe this. All right. Shout out to everybody in LA. Shout out to everybody, down south. Shout out to everybody in Michigan. Shout out to everybody, in Shreveport. Shout out to everybody in Hartford. I don't know if you're getting snow like this where we are, but I got to tell you something. Right now in New York City, it's an absolute disaster on this 23rd day of March. It is snowing in sheets. The Wendy Williams Comedy Experience is still on tonight, though, at the Laugh Factory. I'll see you all there. I can't believe how hard it's snowing outside. Mother Nature, boy, she's a real temperamental woman. Anyway, there were people behind the scenes at CNN who were like, wait a minute, don't insult us. We have worked here for years. We certainly know more about the movers and shakers in the business world than Kwame from The Apprentice. He didn't even win. He was just a runner-up. And you're giving him a job with his own show on CNN, and we've been here all along waiting for this opportunity. So they got what they wanted, and Kwame is, not going to be doing that show. Shout out to Pam in Harlem. Pam is reminding us all that Chasing Farrah is on at 10 p.m. tonight on TV Land. Yeah, thank you, Pammy. So let me just read to you briefly, because we originally discussed Pat O'Brien when it first happened last week. Then yesterday we were playing the sound bites. But I just wanted to repeat his statement to the press before he knew that, that those voicemails were going to get out. He says, I have had a problem with alcohol. I have decided to take action by checking myself into an intensive recovery program. Now, Pat O'Brien is 57, and he continues to say, overcoming this problem is a top priority in my life. I am excited to return to work as soon as I am able. You know what that means. As soon as the dust is cleared. So this will probably turn into, as opposed to a 30-day stay, like a 60-day stay in rehab. You know what? He'll probably come back after the 30 days and test the waters and see if, people are bombarding him, or how the ratings are doing on the Insider, and then if he can't handle the heat, then he'll check back in rehab for another 30 days. You see what I'm saying? Or have little lapses here and there, 1 week off, 1 week on. So about American Idol, the best I can explain it is just to read it to you, because I don't much care about the show, but I know that many of you all do, so I would be an idiot not to talk about it today. Although I haven't gotten any correspondence and nobody's called about it, but I know that there are people who care. Fox apparently accidentally stumbled onto a way to squeeze an extra airing, because it's going to be on tonight again, because of the foul-up of the votings last night. The show displayed the wrong call-in number for 3 of the contestants. So therefore, voters who called the numbers listed under Anwar Robinson, isn't that the how you doing teacher from Newark, New Jersey? How you doing? Didn't one of the listeners say that she looked at some pictures of, oh, damn, Anwar, the gossip is starting already. And then there's Michaela Gordon, and then there's Jessica Sierra. Any voters who called in for those people would have inadvertently registered support instead for Anthony, Carrie, or Scott as a result of the error. And they say this is the first time it's happened. It's a revote show that's coming on tonight. So they're gonna combine some new live elements with encores of Tuesday's performance from the remaining 11 contestants. And then fans are going to be allowed to call in their votes tonight, while last night's votes will be tossed way back there. The result of, well, anyway, I don't know. Something just smells rotten with that whole American Idol show. And we're still wondering what the hell happened to Ruben. He just kind of fell between the cracks, right? So yesterday, I briefly mentioned that the shots were fired at the Nas show over in London, but I suspect that you guys want to know more to it if you haven't already heard. So he did a show on Monday night at the Brixton Academy. The Brixton is like the ghetto part of London, from what I understand. So he was at the Brixton Academy, and a gunman opened fire during the performance. And they say that they believe 2 shots were fired shortly after 10 p.m. No one was injured. The concert was canceled immediately. And the suspected gunman was a black man. And from what I understand, he says his gun discharged and the bullets were lodged in the ceiling. So he's on the final leg, by the way, Nas is, of his tour over in Britain. You know, when people go overseas, though, this isn't Nas in this particular case, but, you know, sometimes, like when some of our favorite actors, actresses, particularly music artists I know this of, when they go overseas or they go to smaller towns in this country or whatever, they say things on the radio that they think will never get back. You know, everything gets tough talker. Like, look at this picture of 50 Cent with the limp wrist and the leprechaun outfit. Would this ever be 50 at some sort of press conference in New York City? He's got one of those high plush velvet green leprechaun hats. It's for St. Patrick's Day. And the green beard. And look at his wrist. How you doing? Okay.
Ow.
Now, apparently, he was sporting all this bright green on March 17th for a press conference in London to promote his new ads for Reebok. You know, the I Am What I Am. I guess you are, mister. You're looking real crazy in this picture right now. He would never... You know, if the press conference was in L.A., if the press conference was in Atlanta, Chicago, wherever, you know, he would never do it. What do you think, that this picture wasn't going to get back? I guess sometimes, you know, they get overseas, they get all loose with it. They just totally forget that on the other side of the world, there's people, you know, wringing their hands, rocking back and forth, waiting for a good story. And here we are. Yes, honey. Ow. Hold on. All right, so Advice Hour is coming up next hour, and I'm going to give you the phone number to the studio. If you're going through some snafus in your life, I would love to talk to you. Maybe we can navigate a plan for you or something, or at least I can weigh in on what's going on. The telephone number here is 866-GET-WENDY, and I'm going to the phone next.
It's Wendy, man.
I want to fuck dirty to you, watch you eat each other, like feed off your face, get another woman up, hire a hooker, get some coke. Let's do it.
The Wendy Williams Experience. Wow. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice out.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Broadcasting live, it's the queen of radio.